Dallas was founded in 1856. It's the largest city in the United States not built on a major navigable waterway. As what many people say, what other cities built with those major waterways, Dallasites built with their blood, sweat, and tears. Dallas is the third largest city in Texas and the ninth most in the United States, a vibrant and dynamic metroplex that offers a little bit of something for everyone. From that rich history to its bustling urban scene, there's no shortage of things to see and do here. But before we get into the nitty-gritty details, let me introduce myself. I'm Matt Templeton. I'm a real estate advisor in wonderful Dallas, Texas, and this is your Dallas Home Guide, a channel about moving to and living in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. So if you're curious about what it's like living in the Lone Star State, you've come to the right place. By the way, do me a favor, click the like and subscribe buttons. You know we need those here on YouTube. Leave us a comment with a question you'd like answered that gives us ideas of what videos to shoot, and we will respond to you and hopefully make a video with your question. So write a comment or a question down below and make sure to hit the like and subscribe. Now, let's talk about Dallas. First, let's talk about the weather. Dallas weather is really hot, especially June through September. Summers are so scorching they can get into the high 90s or even low hundreds. Now, here's the problem. We have really high humidity. So humidity is the big issue. That's the reason why our heat is actually not that easy to deal with. And you're gonna wanna make sure you have sunscreen and stay hydrated because it gets just crazy hot. But winters, on the other hand, are the creme de la creme. We have 7 to 9 months of outdoor patio weather. And I tell people all the time, you come to Dallas and you think that like in other states, you should stay in during the winter. In Dallas, you stay in during the summer and you hang out outside during the other 9 months of the year. So we've got great weather during the winters. In fact, it rarely ever snows. We occasionally have an ice storm every few years, but during the winter, Dallas temperatures are about the 50s. Occasionally we'll get a chilly spell, and Dallas is a great place for that because of that subtropical climate. It makes outdoor activities super enjoyable, except during the hottest 8 weeks of the summer. Now, one word of warning to the new Texas homeowner, especially because we rarely have cold weather. When Texas does have freezing temperatures, the houses aren't really set up to handle those freezes. So you've got to make sure you keep your heater running. You've got to cover exposed pipes. You want to let the water drip and allow the house to be winter protected, even though it's not really set up for those winter things. You got to watch those things. Make sure you're home during a freeze so that you don't have any freezing pipes. A few years ago had like 7 pipes burst during a especially cold time, but we rarely get those cold times. So the majority of the time we're dealing with really mild winter weather. The next thing I want to talk to you about is suburbs. One of the great things about Dallas is we're not landlocked, and the DFW Metroplex has spread out over hundreds of miles, and you go almost to the Oklahoma border, down south towards Waco, the home of the Baylor Bears. You go out west to almost Abilene, Fort Worth at least, right? West of Fort Worth, it just continues to go, and then east into the piney woods of East Texas. There's ranch and farmland, and the suburbs though of Dallas come much closer than that, within 5, 10, 15 miles of actual Dallas. And I want to tell you a little bit about, there's so many diverse communities. There's so many different places that people live. In fact, there's like 70 different independent cities that call DFW their home. Now, DFW is the name of the airport. So people say Dallas Fort Worth because of the airport. And really it's 2 twin cities, or not even twin, 2 cities with cities in between and all around. And we call that the DFW Metroplex. I think Metroplex is a Texas term. It's the idea that you've got this big sprawling metropolis, and just always heard even on the radio since I was a kid, it's called the Metroplex. And the great Metroplex includes people living in Plano, Frisco, Richardson, Garland,
McKinney, Denton, Louisville, Allen, Carrollton, Mesquite, Grapevine, Flower Mound, Grand Prairie, Coppell, Euless, Bedford, Hearst, Southlake, Keller, Mansfield, Wiley, Rockwall, Colony, Little Elm, Farmers Branch, Saxe, Corinth, Midlothian, Royce City, Prosper, Oxahatchee, Forney, Duncanville, DeSoto, Princeton, Anna, Salina, Murphy, Cedarville, Azle, Red Oak, White Settlement, Oak Springs, Colleyville, Willow Park, Roanoke, Everton, Halton City, Aubrey, Burleson, Joshua, Pilot Point, Crowley, Royce City, I think I said that right, Farmersville, Kaufman, Carroll, Alvarado, Haslett, Melissa, Manalstein, Farmersville, Nevada, Fate, Kettle Mills, Salina, Ponder, Krugerville, Josephine, Blue Ridge, Crossroads, Sanger, Rome, New Hope, Oak Point, Westminster, Poma Creek, Levon, Copper Canyon, Double Oak, Bartonville, Providence Village, Lakewood Village, Hickory Creek, Hackberry, Highland Village, Trophy Club, Richland Hills, River Oaks, Westlake, Colleyville, Northlake, Argyle, Lake Dallas, Saginaw, City Shores,
Savannah, and Justin, and maybe probably a few more I forgot. But whether you're looking for a quiet neighborhood or a family-friendly environment, you'll find an abundance of options. There's the upscale area of Highland Park, the charming suburb of Carrollton, the charming upscale suburb of Plano. Each neighborhood has its own unique character and amenities, so take your time exploring and find the perfect fit. We would love to show you around and tell you a little bit about those areas. We can give you lots of information on the various areas of Dallas and the various budgets that fit there. Speaking of budgets, as most Texans know, Dallas is the paradise of those who love to indulge in shopping, retail therapy. I'm not kidding. Ask someone within like a 400-mile radius where they shop, and almost everyone makes trips to Dallas to buy stuff. The city has tons of shopping destinations, high-end luxury stores, quirky boutiques, national outlet malls, lots and lots of shopping. Dallas even has great online shopping because many of the large distribution centers and manufacturers have buildings in the Metroplex. So you order something and you get it within a few days. Prime is like same day on Amazon. So lots of great online shopping as well. In the Dallas city limits, there are two really great malls. There's probably more than that, but the two that I think of are the Galleria, which is kind of classic, North Park, which is also classic, but it's been redone so many times. It has great shopping, great experience. It's like an art exhibit at North Park. You definitely have to check that out. Great shopping. And you'll find lots of shops, designer stores, lots of things to see there. The really great malls I found are both treasure hunts and experiences, and you get to just enjoy the experience. So that's great. Now, many people will often ask us about the education system. And what I mean by education system is specifically the schools. I'll hear this all the time. Where are the good schools in Texas? And if you want more information about Texas schools, be sure to tell us in the comments. We can do more on the various independent school districts. But I want to give you a direction to go check out. There's several great websites that you can go look at what the schools are like. And one of those is School Digger. I think it's .com or .org. Greatschools.org is another one that we use sometimes to search the rankings and the ratings for schools. Texas is definitely known for higher learning educations. But even though we're talking about just K-12 right now, I want to explain to you the education system for those. The education system is a bunch of independent school districts in Texas. I think some other states do this as well, but sometimes the independent school districts are one big thing for an entire city. Because DFW is made up of all these different communities, many of the cities have their own independent school district that mirrors it. So you'll hear Richardson ISD because there's Richardson schools, or Plano ISD for Plano schools, or Dallas ISD for Dallas schools. Now these ISDs tend to overlap the cities. Sometimes like Richardson ISD serves part of Dallas ISD, or you'll have an ISD that might be for several different cities like Lovejoy, which covers Allen and Lucas and several other areas up north. ISDs are not perfectly city bound, and they're not run by the cities. They're run by boards of trustees, superintendents. They have their own administrative staff. Texas is very big on local rights. So the rights of the local independent school district, the rights of the local people to assemble and make homeowners associations and neighborhood associations, cities and counties, and make as many decisions as possible at the local level. And each independent school district in that Texas way of local control gets to make its own decisions. They get to decide curriculum. They get to decide how they want their system to work. They get to shape the education for the children. They get to establish their own board and get people from their ISD or from their area to join and help run that ISD. They get to make their own budgeting decisions. They get to tailor their needs to students. And they get funded by the taxes, the property taxes that we pay when we own property. This decentralized approach makes education reflect the values and priorities of the local community, supposedly. That's the goal, right? To have local people involved and making decisions for their own kids. And the local school board elections give all of us an opportunity to go influence how that is, or to even be part of the local school board meetings. And there will be trustees these trustees get elected to the local school boards. They have to make decisions for the policies and programs and budgets, and that's how the system works. So that's a little bit how it works. Now, each district, because they get to make their own decisions, they will have a variety of different schools. They have their standard public schools, and many of them will create charter schools or STEM or magnet schools. So there's definitely things that are different in each ISD or what they offer. And so you'll hear them say like, oh, this is a STEM school that you have to apply for, but it's part of the public school system. So it doesn't cost anything. It's paid for through the taxes we pay in property taxes. So that's something to check out for each ISD. Now, many people have different opinions about what makes a good ISD. So you want to research both the school district and also the local schools and understand how they work and what maybe alternative programs they offer. So check out greatschools.org, check out schooldigger.com. Those are great resources. We'll put them in the notes below, and please put a comment if you want more info on how schools work in Texas, or if you're moving to Texas and you're trying to understand how schools work, we can go do more research and bring that to you. Let's talk about the people of Dallas. Now, the people are very warm and hospitable. People tell us all the time in Texas, they're just nicer here. You'll hear people say just the sweetest little Southernisms like bless your heart, which is actually not necessarily a nice, sweet phrase, but bless your heart. You know, Texans in general are proud of their state, and they've got lots of culture around their Texas pride. The stars at night are big and bright deep in the heart of Texas. Dallasites are no exception. We also have our favorite things that make us who we are. There is a diverse mix of cultures and backgrounds, lots of international people. There's a convergence of lots of different cultures in Dallas. And so you've got a wide variety of both socioeconomic backgrounds, education backgrounds, and a wide variety of cultures and foods and peoples, which makes the vibrant tapestry of Dallas. It's one of my favorite cities. If you're looking for arts, We've got an amazing arts district. One of the largest arts districts is in downtown Dallas, with an opera house, a symphony orchestra center, multiple theaters, the Museum of Modern Art. So lots of great art, lots of great culture. Dallas also caters to the food enthusiasts. I am a big food enthusiast myself. There's lots of great restaurants. Of course, there's Tex-Mex, and you've got Tex-Mex of all varying qualities and things, but there's more than just Tex-Mex. We have some great chefs, upscale dining experiences, great steakhouses, great barbecue, of course, less upscale. But if you're a sports fan, Dallas is the place because there are so many professional sports teams. We have the Dallas Cowboys for football, which is located in Arlington. We have the Dallas Mavericks in downtown Dallas. We have the Texas Rangers also in Arlington. We got a beautiful indoor, they can shut the roof and make an indoor facility, so it's air conditioned. There's also Major League Soccer, FC Dallas. I believe that they play up in Frisco. There's professional hockey, the Dallas Stars. They play the same place as the Mavericks in downtown Dallas at the American Airlines Center. There's lots of great sporting events, and it's a great city for that. For nature lovers, the city offers beautiful parks, outdoor recreational areas. My favorite is the 66-acre award-winning Dallas Arboretum that's just south of White Rock Lake, our eastern lake. Arboretum is just magical. It regularly finishes in the top 10 arboretum and botanical gardens in the country, and it is just spectacular year-round, but especially in the spring. I love going in spring because they plant thousands and thousands and thousands of tulips and daffodils, and it's just full of spring flowers. So make sure you check out the Dallas Arboretum if you come to visit, or if you're already living here and you didn't know about that, the Dallas Arboretum is an absolute winner. Okay, the other thing that people always ask us about are what are home prices like? So let's talk about one of the most crucial aspects of living in a city, the cost of living. Dallas offers a wide range of housing options to suit various budgets, but truthfully, the lower budgets are going to be more in the suburbs or farther out. So whether you prefer a spacious suburban home or a trendy downtown apartment, you got some variety as long as you've got budget for it. It is worth noting that in recent years, home prices have gone up 15 to 20% every year. So the prices have become a little bit more prohibitive for everyone to live in every place that they might want to live. To see what current prices are, because obviously they're constantly changing, check out our website, tregdfw.com. That's tregdfw.com. And you can search all the homes for sale in the market. If you want more specific information about what areas you should go looking in, feel free to reach out to us, send us an email, send us a text, put a comment in this video, and we'll be sure to get in touch with you. I'd love to cover more things, but I wanted you to know a little bit about living in Dallas. I realized there's a lot to cover. Like I said, will you put more questions in the comments? Will you let us know what we could talk about? Do you want to know more about education, cultural attractions, nightlife, entertainment, transportation, outdoor activities, food scenes, neighborhoods, events and festivals, healthcare and hospitals? Just let us know. I'm Matt Templeton with your Dallas Home Guide channel. Thank you for subscribing and watching more of our episodes. And wait, one last thing. If you want to schedule a no obligation 15-minute first step meeting with us, where we talk you through the steps and what's next and how to move to Dallas, you can click the link below. So type your information in our link, let us know, and we'll schedule a 15-minute with you where we'll just go through that. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys.